Namaste, I am Kshitu Risal. I'm an alumni of US Department of State IVLP program. I was part of that program in 2024 and I am a proud member of Nepal US Alumni Network. And today we have a special guest with us. This is a surprise. I'm sure he does not need an introduction, but here we have Mr. Amit Agrawal, Director at Khalti.
Namaste.
Welcome to the show, Amit ji. I still remember we were sitting like this. We were talking about different business opportunities together. And back to it, we are sitting here again and we are going to talk about a lot of interesting things. And we share a common thing, which is we have gone to the same program.
Yes.
So I'm just curious to know, हजुर पनि program मा जानु भएको थियो IVLP नै. So if you could just share about हजुर कुन चाहिँ program मा जानु भएको थियो.
I went for the IVLP International Visitors Leadership Program in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been almost a decade now. What?
Right.
Not almost. It's been a decade.
Right.
It's
right.
like it's 2025 now. So my program was focused on change makers and social enterprises.
Okay.
It was during August in 2015, yeah, and I think it's one of the best programs that I've ever been in my life.
Nice. Also, कुन states are
I traveled all the way from East Coast to West Coast, and then after the program also I stayed there for like 15 more days, 15 days or 1 month, I don't remember. So because I had a lot of friends in different states, so we started from Washington.
Okay.
And then we went to Denver, Seattle. I think we also went to then we went to San Francisco.
Okay.
And one more state I just forgot maybe.
All right.
Yeah, and then after that I went to LA and all with my friends and family.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so it was a wonderful experience.
Great. So are you still in touch with your friends?
Yes, those are my study buddy friends. So obviously I'm in touch with them.
Well, the best part is we met people from around the world. And the program after the program we were actually able to form that relationship. And we started off very formally as let's say fellow participants in the program. And when we parted ways, you will be surprised. I mean, because we formed that relationship so well. And I think it's a great opportunity to also meet people from around the world. So is there one exciting or fun memory you have of that program?
Oh, there are a lot of memories, even our the program in charge was Mr. Barry, and he's one of the funniest person I've ever seen, and not just funny, he is really a very good leader, and he managed our program so well, making it very exciting, active and jubilant. So and yeah, I'm in touch with all of them. We have a separate WhatsApp group, and I was lucky enough to meet some of them during my travel here, like my friends from Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore and other places. So I think it's one of the best programs. Yeah.
Definitely. And I still remember we barely conversation about this program, and we have to thank US Embassy for this great opportunity.
Yes.
Because I don't think people get this chance to not just meet people from around the world. There are connections born on to look around.
Exactly.
And we are also part of Nusan, so big thanks to Nusan as well, because they have been connecting all of us together.
Yes.
So talking about your journey, I did check your life story. You had a very humble beginning of your career, hardships and you come from a very good experience. And I have to tell this, I do look up to you. My lord, so first time the way you actually guide through people has go beginning, it actually shows on how you work together with all of these things. So how did it all started? Like, who is Amit Agrawal? We just want to know the backstory of your life, your journey, and Khaltiko journey, and we'll talk about more.
Yeah. So basically, I'm like just any other Nepali guy, coming from a Tarai region, or not from Kathmandu. Basically, what I meant to say, and like I come from a Marwari family where studies is not very important. More importance is given to business and income, right? So the usual trend in Birgans was to you study till grade 10, obviously everyone studies, but after that you just join college for formality, but you start helping your parents with their work. Like if they have a shop, you sit in the shop. If they have the business, you be there. But you try to get some work experience right after grade 10. So that's the usual trend. And I also had the similar mindset that after SLC I will join a college there, especially commerce, and then in the daytime I will try to assist my dad, or I will join some job just for the learning. That was the usual practice. But I was lucky that one of my sisters shifted to Kathmandu just 15 days prior to my SLC.
Okay.
And because she was here, I came here. Otherwise, I would have never come to Kathmandu. Because during those days, we had hard times in my family. My dad was not well. My elder brother was taking care of the family. So we never thought that we would come to Kathmandu and study and all. But I just came here because my sister was here. There was a place to stay. I came here and I used to give tuitions to other kids during those days, I remember. And I came here to do the bridge course because they offered a full scholarship based on my sent up exams and all. So I was lucky, very lucky that I came to Kathmandu and I did my +2. After that, like again the same mindset that you should do some work, like even if you study you won't get sufficient income. So I started working at a kirana shop, but again I was lucky, I was good at studies, so I got full scholarship for engineering. White House College, they provided me free hostel also. I had to just pay the catering fees. And then we have one more institution, Marwadi Seva Samiti. They provided a scholarship based on merit. So they provided me cash 1,44,000 rupees during those days. Even for +2 they gave me 24,000 rupees. And that's how I studied engineering. But then it was not there that I'll build Khalti or Sparrow SMS, or I had all the vision. No, nothing. It was normal plain life. While studying engineering, I thought I will become a network engineer. So after engineering, I joined Subisu for 3 months. And then I realized that technology is not my cup of tea. And luckily, I had other friends who had started this company, Janaki Technology. In their 3rd year, they registered it. So after my engineering, I joined Janaki Technology. And we launched Sparrow SMS in 2010. Today it is one of the largest SMS provider in the country with more than 5,000 clients. So we worked on SMS for 6-7 years, and in 2017 we launched Khalti, and today it is one of the largest digital wallet.
That's amazing. Like मैले सुनिराख्दाखेरि I was just trying to picture, like how you started, like starting from very base, coming to Kathmandu for the first time, having those kids, you teaching them. I'm sure they're very proud to see where you are today and all the stakeholders you've met throughout this journey. So I just wanted to ask, since you came into this industry, coming into the tech sector, fintech sector, how challenging was it for you to, evolve throughout these years with Khalti?
So every day was a big challenge, right? When I look back past 8 years, 9 years, we never thought that we would come to this level. We started with 10-15 people. Now we have more than 300 people, and it was not an overnight journey. Also, we were plain techies. We didn't understand a regulated business. We never thought like a financial institution, while Khalti is a licensed product from the central bank, right? So that was a big learning, how a public company runs, right? So we are now a public company, right? And raising funds in Nepal was another learning, right? We raised money from World Link, then we raised money from other investors, and last month we merged with IMA Group. So merger in itself is another big learning, and in fact a lot of startups today, they do not know, especially from Nepal, like how to build public companies, what is the roadmap to IPO, how do you merge, and there are a lot of financial terms, legal terms, how do you manage large scale teams. And we didn't have funds also when we started. Like, so in Janaki Technology, I remember my salary was 15,000 rupees. And that's because all the 4 co-founders, they were not from Kathmandu. So we didn't have a house to live, like we had to rent a house and stay and work. So you need some money. So my expense roughly, like, I remember my salary in Subisu was 8,000 rupees and my expenses used to be 6,500 because we were 3 of us living in a flat, and the monthly expense would come around 20,000 rupees, including rent, food, everything. So I would have like 1,000 rupees spare as a pocket money. And in Janaki Technology, my salary was 15,000 rupees. And I remember, like, after 2-3 years of working, the first time we had money for dividend. And the decision, like, we 4 partners, we sat together and we took a decision that with this money we'll buy 2 inverters, which we'll keep at, like, Manish and Dhurba, they were the tech guy. So we will give it to Manish and Dhurba so that they can work from home without the headache of load shedding. So that was our first dividend distribution. And then gradually, you know, the team grew, and even in Khalti, like, we took a big office, though we didn't have money, and we knew that we would grow big. We would need like, we got a very cheap office, but then we didn't have money for the furniture setup. So my partner Dhurba, he got some carpenter from his own village, and day and night he would sit there, and the entire each and everything was, you know, built in house, and through our friends and family. So we got the stuffs in credit, and we paid them like in 5 years. So that's how the office was built. And during the launch also, what happened was we took a ticket sponsorship in Can Infotech, which was expected to happen in February, but they announced a date of January 26, and our product was not ready. And we have already taken the backside, ticket backside was Khalti, and it's a big thing for us, like, to take that. The product was not ready, so it was cold winter in Kathmandu. So what we did was, you know, we bought 8 sleeping bags, and we took 2 rooms in a hotel just nearby our office. For 15 days straight, the tech team didn't go to they didn't go home for 15 days. And we literally, what we did, like, we said, like, 24 hours a day is not enough. So it might sound crazy, but we assumed that if a day had 36 hours, how would the schedule be? So we redefined the schedule, that eat, sleep, work, and we made a calendar of 36 hours a day, and that's how Khalti was launched in 2017, January 26 in Can Infotech. And then, yes, gradually we, from 15 we went to 50 people and 100 people, 150, 200, 250, and now after merger, like, we are more than 300 people, right?
Wow.
And so we never thought that we would do this in this way, or this is going to be it. It's just we kept on, you know, learning, growing, and the only thing that brought us here was the teamwork. All the co-founders and the other team members, they really worked diligently for this, and that's why we are here. Yeah.
Right. This is super inspiring. I'm sure Jati janale pani sunirahnu bhako cha, they're going to be very inspired. You know, it's like bricks haru हजुरहरुले इटा राखेर घर बनाउनु भएको जस्तै नै साउन्ड गरिरहेछ, and this is truly inspiring. So एउटा मलाई चाहिँ के क्युरियोसिटी भयो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ, like, there are so many startup companies out here, especially tech मा त एकदम धेरै रुचि भइरहेछ. पहिला टेक को धेरै कुराहरु हुन्थेन होला मार्केटमा, अहिले स्टुडेन्ट्सहरु छन्, के भइरहेछ भने स्कोप छ नेपालमा, डेफिनेटली स्कोप छ, that they're going abroad for better opportunities. That opportunities त नेपालमा नभएको पनि हैन नि त, हैन? We do see aspiring people out there. So you have been through the journey yourself. हजुरले as a young entrepreneur start गर्नु भएको थियो. You had a very humble beginning. So is there any message you'd like to give to the young entrepreneurs who are trying to strive in this market, especially in tech?
So I think the message that I want to give to the youngsters in Nepal is that in today's era, global is the new national, which means that you can stay in Nepal, but you can still build things for any part of the world. And we have almost similar access that a person living in the US, or for that matter any developed country, has. Like, if they have iPhone, you also get iPhones here, you have MacBook, you have very good internet here, you have access to all the AI tools or all the e-learning courses here, right? So things have changed. Like Nepal is no more living in 18 hours of power cut or 2G internet connections, right? We have equal access, and the market is huge now, right? On the other hand, when we say that like more than 10 million youths have gone abroad and now we have lost the youth, there could be another angle to it. Now we have 10 million brand influencers, Nepali brand influencers in all part of the world. So if you go now, so for example, if you go to Texas like a decade ago, you will find Nepali people working as waiters, working as cleaners, and blue collar jobs.
Right.
But now if you go there, you will find them as gas station owners, accountant, cashiers. You will find them as convenience store owners, liquor shop owners, smoke shop owners, and not just one of them. There would be at least 50,000 of them doing that, right? Similarly, if you go to Dubai, if you go to any other, Japan, Korea, Australia, you will find sufficient information. Like if any one of you has to do any work in Australia, you will find good Nepali community who can guide you.
Right.
You will find business opportunities. Now is the time we should get that knowledge, that access, that network, and bring business to Nepal. It could be remittance business, travel business, tourism business. We have big scope of energy, natural. You could export vegetables, fruits, herbs. There could be n number of things, right? So I believe that yes, a lot of businesses in Nepal might not give you good income, but you can still make in Nepal and sell outside Nepal.
Right.
And I think that has tremendous potential. And if you can stay in Nepal and earn in dollars, you can have the best and the most happy and luxury life in Nepal.
True.
Like if you go to Europe or US, even if you earn a good amount of money, you will not have the luxury to have house helps or drivers or have your family together and all those things, right?
Right.
But if you can earn in dollars and stay in Nepal, you can have the best, and you can also have the recognition here, right? See, today I am sitting here in front of you doing this podcast because I have not built a unicorn, right? Or for that matter, I have not even built a $100 million company.
Exactly.
We have just built a app. There are millions of such apps in the global market, but why I am recognized? Because I am staying in Nepal and have those opportunities.
True.
So I think that is the thing. If you can see the scope, if you can find your connections of all the Nepalese people who have gone to Japan, Korea, US, and see how you can collaborate with them and bring business to Nepal, there is a big scope.
Right, definitely. I really liked your perspective of त्यो say ambassadors and a different perspective people moving abroad. They're not people, they're not students moving abroad for opportunities, but they're ambassadors, right? I really like this perspective. अब जस्तो मेरो विचारमा मैले मेरो साथीहरु पनि छन् हैन, अब कति जना मैले इभन हाम्रो जुन चाहिँ IVLP प्रोग्राममा म जाँदाखेरि मैले अरु कन्ट्रीजको साथीहरुसँग भेट्न पाएँ अनि म गएको प्रोग्राम वाज अन डिजिटल इकोनोमी. So advancing an open and reliable and secure digital economy थियो. अनि त्यो बेलामा मैले चाहिँ के रियलाइज गरे भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ म त मेरो टु बी अनेस्ट US एम्बेसी को यो इभेन्टमा जानु भन्दा अगाडि पनि when I was working in an MNC itself त्यतिबेला I did realize opportunities हरु छन् अनि I could hear from my friends they really want to go abroad. तर अहिले चाहिँ मैले के चेन्ज देखिरहेको छु भने I think they are kind of inspired by people like you and seeing different opportunities for startups हरु. अहिले त कति धेरै फन्डिङ प्रोग्राम्स हरु आइराको छन् हैन, यति धेरै स्टार्टअप कम्पनीको शोज हरु आइराछन्. I think the perspective of people have changed because when I've actually heard from people let's say 5 or 10 years back, friends they were interested to go abroad, settle there. But they want to go abroad, maybe invest in their learning opportunities, come back and do something in the country, right? So it might not be the very upward trend yet, that I'm sure with some and more things coming in together, opportunities, I'm sure people, it will take a bit of time, but people will realize the biggest opportunity in the market, right? What do you think?
I differ in this because we are associated with Sparrow SMS and Khalti, and I know the actual stats. Still the mindset is that people want to go abroad, and now, see, earlier they were going in blue collar jobs, now they are going in higher jobs, and they are now owning businesses outside. So now a lot of them, they want to get the PR or DV, or they want to settle there. It's like there's a reverse remittance, like people want to sell their property here and like get the money in their country. And still there are a lot of low skilled workers who wants to go illegally, and which is unsafe migration, right?
Right.
And it's not secure also, but they still want to find different routes. They would first go to a nearby country, and then from there they take it as transit, like Dubai, Cambodia or other places, and they want to go abroad, even US, right, which is not legal, right? So the only reason is they don't see income here, right? And in fact the income is less here. Kathmandu is one of the most expensive city in the world, if you see your child's education and rental and everything. So the only way to change this is like build skills here, and with the higher skills, like there can be tier 1 skills, tier 2 skills, they should be able to earn, the per capita has to increase, right? And the good part is that they need not earn just from Nepal. They can stay in Nepal, they can work, like there are freelancing sites like Upwork, they can be a lot of outsourcing work, and things will change.
Right.
If we can promote that, then if Nepali people can earn a good amount of money, say like for example say $1,000 a month, then they will start staying here, then they will enjoy here.
Right.
Like imagine if I were in Birganj, where I have a house to stay, I don't have to pay rentals and everything, I'm with my family, and even if I'm earning $1,000, I will have a very good life.
Right.
Like in the Tarai region, right? Because that's that gives me all the luxury. So we have to reach that mark.
Right.
That is one of my dream also, that if we can seed, if we can maybe build some skills, I don't know, if it could be AI skills, it could be outsourcing skills, BPO skills, accountants, CA, tech people, designers, creative people, and Nepal has good talent, right? So if we can build that here and also build a market for them, give them that platform that they can get the initial work, someone has to be there to build the trust and credibility, to make sure about the quality, right, and the professional communication. If that can be done, especially it is possible in tech. So the only way to retain youth in Nepal is through tech, because tech has no borders. They can stay here, they can earn in dollars, and that is the way forward.
Right. Asli tech भन्नुभयो स्पेसिफिकली हैन आजकल टेक भनेपछि सबैजना लाइक टेकमा मात्र पैसा छ भन्ने पनि सुनिन्छ के. What about those people out there who are not into tech but they're still willing to be here and do something? What do you think would it take for them to thrive here?
Yeah, see, there is opportunity in every work, right? Because I am from a tech background, I emphasize more on tech. What I firmly believe is, you need not know how to build the tech, you just need to know how to use the tech, right? So even if you are a designer, you are a cook, you are a content creator, you are anything, even if you are a doctor, you might have to learn how to use tech to do your work. For example, AI might not replace you, but what AI can do is, they might do 50% of your work 100 times better and faster than you could do it. but for the rest 50% you are required. Right. So that is one way. The other way is tech can give you that global exposure. Right. So I'll give you one example. There is one app in Nepal. They started telehealth services, and the original plan was that it could be most useful to the people living in remote areas of Nepal because they don't have access to health, right? Surprisingly, they are getting a lot of requests from countries like US, Australia and Europe through the Nepali community there. They want to take a doctor appointment, and it was like, why is it so? Then they realized that getting a doctor appointment in US takes a month's time sometimes, right? But here you could just pay $5, get it right away, and the doctor might prescribe you paracetamol or something, you know. That's how we all have grown up, right? So sometimes you do not know what the use case is, but the pain is different. So that exposure was possible only because of tech. So you might, for example, you are a communication specialist, right? You are training. Now you are training people in Nepal, but you never know, you could train people in Europe or Thailand or anywhere, right? So that is possible only with the tech. The exposure comes through tech. So that's what I am a firm believer, that tech can act as an enabler, right? And Nepal can do good in that. The Nepali talent, right? For example, when ChatGPT was launched, Nepal being such a small country, one of the highest use case was from Nepal. So that is an evidence that people here, they want to explore, they are tolerant, they want to try things, and that can be our strength also. Right. It's pretty adaptive market, we could call it, right? So coming back to what you mentioned earlier, merger, the word merger. First of all, I want to congratulate for this historic fintech merger of Khalti and IMEPay. Thank you so much. Nepal market, it's the first time where two e-wallets are coming together. Duita tulo naamharu सँगै आएर एक भएको छ. I really love this word, ek. अनि it's hooked in everyone's mouth as well. And मैले यो लिङ्क्डइनहरुमा चेक गरेर आउँथे, डिफरेन्ट आर्टिकल्सहरु, डिफरेन्ट फिडब्याक्सहरु पनि आइरहेको छ युजरको लागि. While it is also an exciting journey for both the companies out there, I'm sure there are a lot of things coming in from the users as well, right? So in this case, I just want to know, हामीले कसरी एक हुने चाहिँ decision लियौं? What did it take for you guys to come together? See, the world is not just about competition, it's about cooperation, collaboration, and we say it competition, right? So it's like, you know, studying in the same classroom. In the classroom, during exams you compete with the same person, right, for rank or whatever, but then the same people inspire you to do better. The same people are your lifetime friends, right? When you're outside the classroom, you know, you are one, you play games, and when you have completed your school and when you look back, you know, then you realize that the most important part was not the exam and the rank, the most important part was the collaboration and the relationship that you have built with that person, right? So in our case also, Khalti was a new brand, more trendy, more youthful, more tech savvy, built on the new technologies, right? We were also one of the winners of Google Business Group storytelling contest, and the GPay team invited us to US and they mentored us, right? So our tech was quite new and good. On the other hand, IME Group is a legacy and established brand with the largest remittance, largest bank, and all others in their portfolio. And I think it was a perfect marriage. Our strength was missing there and their strength was missing in us. So that's why we come together. And we have some dreams when we started Khalti. And I think this collaboration will help us achieve those dreams, right? So if I have to mention the dreams, our first dream is that we change the way new people transact, right? It could be generation Z, generation Alpha, the way they will do transactions, the way they will interact with banks is going to be different than how it used to be a decade ago or for that matter now.
Right.
We want to make life easy for all of them. I'll give you an example. Long back we had come up with this program, Smart Chori, right? So it was a program to have more inclusive participation, especially from the female in the financial services, right? Our country has 53% females, but when we checked Khalti's transaction, it was like only 3% females were using it. So we came up with this program, Smart Chori, where we would train young girls about financial literacy, digital financial services, online security, and then they become the champions, financial literacy champions in the market. They would train their mothers, their sisters, and they would also earn money from it. When they onboarded users for us, they would get 100 rupees. When they onboarded a retail shop for us, they would get 300 rupees. It was like a good program. And one of the participant, she came to me and she told, in Nepali, she told me, दाइ मलाई त यो टेक्नोलोजी एपहरु त सुन्न बित्तिकै डर लाग्थ्यो, मलाई त चलाउनै आउँदैन जस्तो लाग्थ्यो हैन। अनि तर तपाईहरुले सिकाएर मैले चलाउन थालेछु। अब पहिला मलाई यति गाह्रो हुन्थ्यो, मैले राति चाहिँ फोनमा ब्यालेन्स सक्यो, 7 बजे पनि अँध्यारो भएको छ, 7 बजे पनि सक्यो भने मैले दाइलाई चाहिँ मलाई 100 रुपैयाँ रिचार्ज गर्दियो भन्दाखेरि तँलाई किन चाहियो, कोसँग कुरा गर्छस् भन्ने प्रश्नहरु आउँथ्यो हैन। अनि म बाहिर 7 बजेतिर मलाई अँध्यारो भएपछि बाहिर गएर त्यो रिचार्ज कार्ड किनेर ल्याउन पनि मलाई त्यो चोकतिर त्यहाँ अरु केटाहरु हुन्छ भनेर जान डर लाग्थ्यो हैन। मलाई त्यो कति सानो कुरा थियो, तर अब मैले चाहिँ आफै एप चलाउन थाले। सुरुमा चाहिँ कसरी पैसा लोड गर्ने मलाई डर लाग्थ्यो, तर आई एम कन्फिडेन्ट एन्ड नाउ आई हेभ चेन्ज्ड माई लाइफ एन्ड नाउ आई अनबोर्ड अदर्स एन्ड आई अर्न मनी। यसबाट मेरो पकेट खर्च निस्किरहेछ। त्यस्तो त्यस्तो स्टोरीजहरु छन् हैन। सो हाम्रो चाहना चाहिँ कम्तीमा पनि भनौं न, अब अहिले हाम्रो साइन अप 1 करोड भन्दा बढी छन्। सो हरेक घरमा चाहिँ वी वान्ट टु हेभ दोज डिजिटल फाइनान्शियल लिटरेसी च्याम्पियन्स हैन। त्यो सबैको दैनिकी हामी सहज बनाउन चाहन्छौं। वी वान्ट टु सेभ एट लिस्ट like 5 to 10 productive working hours per month per person.
Wow.
So collectively for the nation it would be like more than 100 million productive working hours per month, and on the other hand it would save environment, travel time, fuel, so आज पनि हाम्रो इकोनोमिक रेभोल्युसन हामी भन्छौं हैन। त्यो के छ भने तपाईहरुले कतिको याद गर्नु भएको छ, पहिला कस्तो हुन्थ्यो भने ब्यांक खोल्ने समय त त्यही नै छ। सो तपाईको आज कुनै कारोबार भयो भने भोलि बिहान 10 बजे देखि बैंकमा लाइन हुन्थ्यो। द फर्स्ट थिङ आफ्टर यु कम टु अफिस वाज टु कलेक्ट चेक्स एन्ड गो टु बैंक। That was the thing. But now you go to banks, it's all empty. The road traffic, the travel time is all like, even as a small SME, if you have done a business deal at 8 PM today, you can transfer the money and get the goods. And so the working hour becomes 24 hours now. So that's the economic revolution we want to bring. Second, we have more than 150,000 agents, small shops. Currently they are just selling the grocery things and others. But now with our platform they can sell flight tickets, they can sell insurance, they can sell internet connections, they can do mobile recharge, data packs, and it's a big source of income for them. And going forward in future they could share more things from those digital platforms. So we are bringing more income, more work to all these SMEs, and we want to grow this. That is our second goal. And the third goal is like to provide loans, to provide access to capital, financial inclusion, and not bigger loans. We'll collaborate with banks and give smaller loans like 50,000 rupees. So for example, say you might be a content creator, you want to buy a new setup for your studio, or you want to buy a new camera which would cost you 1 lakh rupees and you don't have that money. We could give you loan to buy that camera or buy that smartphone for that matter. You could create contents, you could earn money, and you could pay back, right? Or for example, you might be a small fruit seller who would go to Balkhu every day and buy some fruits, come and sell it. Now you know that it's a season time. If you could buy 50,000 worth of fruits more, you could sell and earn 2,000 rupees in that. So maybe we could give you loan for that. You buy that fruits, you come, you sell it, and you give us 100 rupees in that per day, right? So there are so many such use cases where access to finance is missing, because in Nepal all the lending is collateral based. So that's our ultimate mission and vision for the app, that we want to be financial, we want to bring financial inclusion. Fourth, obviously it's going to be a public company, we want to go to an IPO. And as an individual also, I have a dream that I become one of the largest taxpayers of the country. So we want to achieve that in due course of time. And one last thing is, we don't want to restrict ourselves to Nepal. We want to have examples of Nepali companies in future. Obviously there will be policy changes and all those things are there, but I think that will also gradually evolve. We want Nepali companies to be able to list in NASDAQ or Singapore Stock Exchange or Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And that's a dream, and like someone has to do it. Like in Nepal, I think Fuse Machines is listing in NASDAQ, but there are other ones in pipeline, and if we could build more such companies, then the youths from here will have that faith that okay, they can stay in Nepal, they can build from here, and they can still list their company in a global stock market. So that's our dream. And so the journey to this dream is like, merger is just one milestone for us, which will give us more power, more strength, more learning to achieve all these 5 dreams that we have.
This is amazing. This is amazing, because you're actually giving back to people as well. And like you said, it's just the first part, right? Merger, the first part too. I'm sure with all of these visions comes a lot of challenges as well. I have a couple of questions here. You did talk about financial inclusion. You offline to online convergence ko kura garnu bhayo हैन. अब नेपालमा मान्छेहरु adaptive त भइरा छ, चलाउन मोबाइल त सबैको हातमा नै छ अहिले हैन. So in this vision of yours, हजुरले यो एकदमै राम्रो स्मार्ट छोरीको जुन चाहिँ शेयर गर्नुभएको थियो, where you actually taught them about digital financial literacy नै भनौं हैन, त्यसको बारेमा सिकाउनु भयो. There are so many people out there, अझै पनि remote areas हरुमा, they might not be very comfortable using mobile phones or using the services. हामी त purely digital platform भयो. So how do you see addressing those challenges in terms of digital financial literacy मा चाहिँ हजुरको केही स्पेशल campaigns, programs छ कि जहाँ चाहिँ you basically transform those offline users to online?
Exactly. So मैले अघि भनेकै कुराहरु चाहिँ यही कुरा एड्रेस गर्नलाई थियो के.
Right.
So first thing, हामीले मर्जर किन गर्यौं त? IMEP को most of the users were in the remote areas.
Right.
Most of them were receiving remittance in the remotest part of the country. Right. They have penetration in all the 77 districts, and Khalti was more urban centric, more we have movies, events, cable cars, in-drive, all those things, right? Ride sharing, right? And IMEP had like remittance users and in the different remote parts of the country, and that's where when we come together, we can serve not just the urban people, we can serve even the remotest people. That was one thing. Second, programs like Smart Chori was an initiative that the biggest trust is when there is face-to-face interaction with someone whom you know, whom you trust, right? So if we cannot reach out to everyone through digital platforms, we would create these champions, financial literacy champions as smart choris, and then they could go back to their community and train them and onboard them and build the trust. There was second initiative, and the third one I said, like, we have 150,000 agents. So these are like small shops.
Right.
It could be stationery shops, grocery stores, mom and pop shops, all those things. They act as, so we call it assisted model, right?
Okay.
So for those people who cannot use wallets directly, they would walk into these shops and say that, "Dai mero bijli bill tirdinus na, mero phone recharge gardinus na, mero yo paisa pathaidinu parne gardinus na," हैन? So we can't expect a lot of people to use the apps, right? But what we can do is the nearby agents, they can assist them in doing it, right? And the new generation, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they are going to use it,
right.
And for them we are building. So we're trying to create that balance, that on one hand we have to like, for example, in our app, a lot of elderly people, they like the light mode, while all the Gen Z and Alpha, they want the dark mode. And if I give a dark mode to my elder brother, he would say like, what is this? I don't like the icons, it looks so pale and everything. While it was one of the most demanded feature, if you see our Play Store, like when is the dark mode coming?
Right.
So the way people use it is different, right? So we're trying to create that balance.
Right.
And for the remote areas, we would use these agents. We would use smart choris. We would leverage on remittance, and we are bringing new products like our app is also in Nepali language. So that is also one step to such things, right?
Right.
And it's challenging also. To be honest, it's not very easy to serve everyone, right? For example, the smartphone penetration is 75%. The featured phone is still 25%. We are not able to serve them very nicely. We have web version, and there are many areas in the country where still there is no 3G or 4G, right? So it's challenging, right? One day we will reach there. We might have to bring, or either they will upgrade to smartphones,
right?
Maybe because of Facebook, TikTok, all those things,
right?
Or we will find something how we can bring financial inclusion, and I think gradually the internet penetration is also increasing,
right?
So it will take some time. On one big chunk is like we also need to serve the Nepalese abroad. There are like 10 million Nepalese abroad,
right.
And they want to, for example, if there is an IPO, they want to fill up an IPO while staying in the country, or they want to create a USD fixed deposit account while staying in their country, or they want to send money or take money back, all those things. So we have to, they want to invest in the share market,
right.
They want to take insurance, they want to pay their school fees,
right.
So we are trying to create products for different clusters,
right.
And we have to create that balance. But obviously our dream is that every household should be able to use financial services through your app,
right.
Another example, even in my family, I found my sisters and my mother, she would save money from the daily expenses, and then she would store it sometimes in the rice bowl in the kitchen, right? And she doesn't know that she could put it in bank and earn some interest, or she could fill up an IPO, those things are not there. So now we have come up with products like smart deposits, or you could fill up an IPO or invest in share market right from the same app, right? But we need to train.
Exactly.
And then once they learn about this, then they will be more part of this financial ecosystem, and then gradually they will learn about savings, about investings, about mutual funds, about financial inclusion. So it's a journey. It will take some time, but we are there. I think the traction is quite good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hear a lot of great plans, for the users. I would say, जुन चाहिँ merchantsहरुको कुरा गर्नुभयो, and the opportunities of income earning opportunity. Maybe there could be someone who's looking for a side income पनि हुन सक्ला, हैन? So there are a lot of things coming in. But I'm just trying to think for the users who are already in Khalti, how is the transition gonna look like for them? How smooth is it gonna be? हाम्रो app नै integrate भइराछ, merge भइराछ. So usersहरुको लागि कतिको smooth हुन्छ transition, कस्तो के छ? Let's also hear.
So यस्तो छ, हाम्रो merger पछि चाहिँ the app is going to remain Khalti.
Okay. Yeah.
So जो पहिलेदेखि खल्तीमा छन् उनीहरुलाई त केही गर्नै परेन, हैन? उहाँहरुको त्यही कुरा चलिहाल्छ, हैन? त्यसमा हामी नयाँ सर्भिसेस चाहिँ थपेका छौं अहिले, इन ड्राइभ, केबल कारहरु, हैन? अब हामी दराजको इन्टिग्रेसनहरु गर्दै छौं, हैन? अब भिजाको इन्टिग्रेसनहरु गर्दै छौं. देयर आर मोर सर्भिसेस जुन हाम्रोमा त्यतिखेर थिएनन्, त्यो आउँदैछन् अहिले, हैन? जो युजर चाहिँ आईएमई पे मा थिए, उहाँहरुले अहिले सिंगल क्लिकमा चाहिँ दे क्यान माइग्रेट टु खल्ती.
Okay.
अनि त्यो माइग्रेट भइसकेपछि उहाँहरुको ब्यालेन्स पनि माइग्रेट हुन्छ, रिवार्ड पोइन्ट्स पनि माइग्रेट हुन्छ, केवाईसी पनि माइग्रेट हुन्छ. फेरि केवाईसी गर्नु पर्दैन. And then they can start using this. अब यसमा के छ भने कुनै केसमा कस्तो हुन्छ भने उहाँले आईएमई पे मा अर्कै नम्बर दिनु भएको थियो, खल्तीमा अर्कै नम्बर दिनु भएको थियो, तर मान्छे एउटै छ. हुन्छ नि, मैले आईएमई पे मा एनसेल को नम्बर दिए, खल्तीमा एनटीसी को नम्बर दिए भने, हैन? और कहिलेकाहीँ नम्बर सेम छ, केवाईसी फरक छ. त्यस्तो केसेसहरु छन्. कहीं चाहिँ आईडी नै फरक छ. यहाँ ड्राइभिङ लाइसेन्स दिनु भएको थियो, यहाँ नागरिकता दिनु भएको थियो, अब ड्राइभिङ लाइसेन्स एक्सपायर भयो.
Right.
So त्यो जुन हाम्रो प्रोटोकल कम्प्लायन्स अनुसारको डिफ्रेन्ट क्लस्टर अनुसारको अहिले हामीले डेडिकेटेड 50 जनाको टिम माइग्रेसन सपोर्टको लागि मात्र राखेका छौँ. केवाइसी भेरिफिकेसन रिभ्यू 24/7 काम गर्दैछन् हैन र स्मुथ नै भइराछ हैन. सो हामी फेज वाइज गर्दैछौँ. पहिला चाहिँ जसको खल्ती र IMEP मा एक्ज्याक्ट सेम केवाइसी छ उनीहरूलाई त गाह्रै भएन. सिंगल क्लिक माइग्रेट डन यु आर माइग्रेटेड. You can start using all the services. तपाईको ट्रान्ज्याक्सन हिस्ट्री पनि यही हुन्छ. खल्ती एपमा गएर तपाई माइग्रेट गरिसक्नु भएको रहेछ भने IMEP को ट्रान्ज्याक्सन हिस्ट्री पनि यहाँ देख्नुहुन्छ तपाईले हैन. सो अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ एकदमै स्मुथ भएको छ माइग्रेसन. आई थिंक मोर देन 1 लाख एक्टिभ युजर्स त यता माइग्रेट भएर ट्रान्ज्याक्सन पनि गर्न थालिसके हैन. र यो 3 मन्थ्सको विन्डो छ हाम्रो. हामीले राष्ट्र बैंकसँग एउटा टाइमलाइन लिएको छौं हैन. अनि त्यो विन्डोमा चाहिँ हामीले हरेक टाइपको क्लस्टर्सलाई माइग्रेट गर्दै जान्छौं र यता हाम्रो अलमोस्ट 99% सर्भिसेस त इन्टिग्रेट भइसकेको छ खल्ती एपमै. सो यु क्यान इन्जॉय अल द सर्भिसेस लाइक ब्लू बुक रिन्यू, स्मार्ट डिपोजिट, रेमिटेन्स हैन, केबल कार, इन ड्राइभ, त्यो सबै चाहिँ खल्तीमा आइसकेको छ अलरेडी.
ओके. सो लेट्स से अबको 3-4 महिनामा फुल्ली चाहिँ माइग्रेट
फुल्ली युजर्स माइग्रेट, युजर्स एजेन्ट्सहरु माइग्रेट गर्ने कुरा छ हैन. त्यो भइहाल्छ. अहिले पनि लाइक आफै अहिले भलन्टरीली चाहिँ वी हैव इनेबल्ड इट. हजुरलाई माइग्रेट गर्नु छ तपाई IMEP एपमा जानुस्, माइग्रेट टु खल्ती गर्नुस्, ब्याकएन्डमा केवाइसी चेक हुन्छ. कुनै तपाईको आईडी मिल्या छैन, कहिलेकाहीँ हुन्छ नि त यता नागरिकता नम्बर राख्ने बेला अर्कै नम्बर राख्नुभयो, यता अर्कै नम्बर राखिदिनु भयो, त्यो स्ल्यास समथिङ छुटाउनु भएको छ भने त्यो भने हाम्रो टिमले रिभ्यू गरेर तपाईलाई ओके भन्छ. त्यो हैन सबै कुरा एक्ज्याक्ट म्याच छ भने त अटोमेटिकली हुन्छ.
Okay, since we are talking about migration, मैले जुन चाहिँ अघि भनेको थिएँ नि different posterमा people are actually giving appreciation, they are actually giving critics as well हैन. हामीले यो एपको बारेमा होस् अथवा ब्रान्ड कलरको बारेमा होस् हैन. सो त्यो केसमा चाहिँ two things I want to ask. एउटा त हाम्रो खल्तीको कलरै चेन्ज भएर रेड भएको छ. People associate खल्ती with its brand color purple जुन चाहिँ छ हैन. एउटा त त्यो कलरमा भयो. अर्को चाहिँ युजर इन्टरफेस. हुन त I also did read a couple of follow-up comments that the team is still working on making user interface अझै more beautiful and more approachable for people and attractive for them to use as well. So I just want to understand, you know, this whole thought process of changing the brand color of Khalti, number one. Second, user interface मा चाहिँ अझै के efforts हरुको बारेमा नि यसो बुझिहालौं भनेर.
Okay, thank you for this question. See, whenever there is a marriage, there are adjustments, right? And that is one lesson we all should learn in life, right? And there is a blend, and the blend is for good, right? So if you see, even after merger, the brand still, the app remains Khalti, because that relates more with pocket.
Right.
Khalti mai हाल्दिनुस्, खल्ती बाटै तिर्दिनुस्, खल्ती मै पठाइदिनुस्, हैन? और हामीले भन्दाखेरि पहिला के तपाईको खल्तीमा खल्ती छ भन्ने जुन हाम्रो कलोकियल वर्ड हो नि त हैन. अनि the brand itself कस्तो छ भने it is a pride in owning that brand, whether the brand is owned by us or IME or any other group, right? And obviously when there is a blend, we have to blend and find something that represents all. It has to be inclusive, and that's why we changed the color to red. Having said that, red is a very powerful color. If you see brands like Netflix or TEDx or YouTube or OnePlus, you know, or Nintendo, Target, Coca-Cola, right? These are big brands who have you know, positioned red in a very powerful way, and that's what we are going to be bold, we are going to be trendy, and we are going to establish this in that way, right? And a lot of feedback was also there, because this time, because we are more trendy and bold, we kept the default settings as dark mode. So a lot of people who do not like the dark mode, when they open the app, they find it all black and like colorless icons. They're like, why the icons are so colorless? I'm missing the color.
Yes.
But actually that's dark mode. So we decided whether to keep the light mode as default or dark mode as default. So we kept the dark mode as default. You can still go to menu, and in the appearance settings you can change it to light mode, right? And that's something, you know, when you tell people, and oh okay, I'll change it to light mode because I like that way, right? And yes, obviously as we add more services and we move more towards financial services like lending, insurance, capital market, wealth management and all, we will change the UI UX to make it more friendly and more intuitive. And also one thing that I have faced personally, like even when Facebook changed its interface, I was like, oh, I don't like Facebook anymore. But then gradually I became habituated to it, and now I like the interface more, right? So there's a lot of design thinking behind it. We check like what is the thumb position. If I put something within the reach of thumb, what is it going to be? If I put it something on the top right, there are a lot of like the new design concept. Like earlier we used to use material design, now we use a metamorphic and Morpheus design concept. So there's a lot of brand team behind it, right? Even for creating our brand video of the merger, with the concept that we are ek now, there's a lot of thinking behind it, and it takes some time to build it. And like the way we built Khalti earlier, we will build the red color, and I think gradually people will start liking
adapt to it. So it's just the change of color. Khalti is still the same.
Yes.
Right? Nothing's gonna change. So हजुरले अघि जुन चाहिँ visions-हरु share गर्नुभएको थियो, those are long-term visions, right? So what are those immediate exciting things up for the users that they can expect from this collaboration?
So the immediate exciting thing is like we have done deep collaboration with InDrive and other ride sharing companies also. Right, so ride sharing is a lifestyle, right? A lot of people, they want to do it, right? And InDrive is one of the most used apps, and like new apps like Yango and others are coming too. Earlier we worked with Pathao also, so we have done deep integration with cable cars. We have done very deep integration with fund transfer ecosystems like remittance and all. And in the country, if you see, like we are exclusive partners for Nepal Premier League, which is coming, right? It's going to be much bigger. And there are many more services like traffic fine payment, or if you see data packs, we've introduced Ansel Sapati, so Ansel users can get Sapati from our app. Right? And that is something very immediate, like and few services which are pending is like Daraz payment, Visa cards. We are coming up with super wallet. Like currently we are giving interest to IME Pay users, but then gradually we will build super wallet for all the users where we give interest. We have come up with smart deposit where you can get 7% interest rate if you deposit the money that you have in Khalti. Right? We have come up with e-Karza, which is like if you have a low insurance policy, right, you can get a loan of 50,000 rupees instantly, right away in your Khalti app. Right, and a lot of people are doing it, right? So we'll come up with more such products, and obviously we have to go to an IPO. It's a mandatory regulatory, it is in the monetary policy, so we'll soon be building for our IPO. And then we will be working with the banks to assist the banks for the better outreach of their products. It could be credit cards, it could be micro loans, it could be smaller deposits, wealth management. We'll work very closely with the bank and work like a, what do you say, as an extended arm for them, for onboarding users, for selling this smaller products. And that's how we are going to bring financial inclusion, because we understand, given the topography of our country, we cannot have bank branches everywhere in all the remote areas, but we have mobile phones, smartphones and internet. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to leverage that technology to bring the financial inclusion.
That's amazing. Like, it's, I can safely say it's a super app where people can find anything and everything inside the app, right? From booking a cab to getting, let's say, going for a vacation, booking airlines tickets, and then also maybe getting loans as well in the future, right? So in all of these, I was like, InDrive ko jun se kura garnu bhako थियो, I'm sure there are other companies also who have integrated, हैन? So हुन त हाम्रो USPs हरु छन्, IME Khalti IME जुन चाहिँ app ma, so we'll have a lot of interesting exclusive things there as well, right? But if people already have an app which they are used to using it, right? Let's say for internet bills, I'm using a certain application, or if I'm already using, let's say, a ride hailing app, I'm already in that platform, right? What different are you gonna give us as a user to come to your platform and start using it?
So that's a very good question, and a lot of users have this question, See, gradually what happens is, whenever there is only one player in the market, there is no innovation and there is no good customer service, right? When there are two players in the market, it gradually becomes a duopoly market. And the usual user trend is you keep both the apps. Like if you go to India, you keep Uber, Ola, you keep Zomato, Swiggy, right? If you are investing in share market, you keep Zerodha and Upstock. That's the usual trend. Even here, usually we have two bank accounts, we're keeping two mobile banking, or even for ride sharing, people use two apps. Right? It's a general trend when you have a duopoly market, because sometimes the primary app might be frequently down, it might have some issues, so you can use the secondary app. Or for the primary app, you might have transaction limits, or you just want to segregate your professional expenses and personal expenses. Or sometimes you might have some exclusive service in one app that the other app might not have. Or sometimes you might have some offers, some reward points, some combinations, So usually what we assume is, now going forward, it's going to be a duopoly market in terms of wallet, and all the users will keep both the apps. I'm not trying to say that they are going to keep just our apps. Most of them will keep both the apps. Now, the app which is more innovative, which has less problem, it doesn't go down every time, will be used more, right? And then obviously there will be a balance of services. Some things, one app might launch faster, and the other app might launch it after 1 month, So, and then there will be an option. Like, see, when there was only Nepal Telecom, like to get a SIM card, I used to stay in queue and pay 1150 rupees and get the SIM card, right? But when there are other players, now the telcos will compete that, okay, you want a SIM card, I will deliver it to your house, free of cost. So when there is a competition, when there is duopoly market, the consumers will benefit. They will have an option. So, for example, in Nepal also, like in e-commerce also, there are not many options. There is Daraz, and then after that there are like few ones are there as a specific e-commerce, not a complete like in India there is Amazon or Flipkart or others. So when there is only single player, if they charge you higher delivery fees, you do it. If they don't come to your home to take the return of goods, like you have to go and drop it, you will do it. Even if the quality is not good, you will do it. Even the prices is not competitive, you will do it, because you don't have an option, right? So even if you are using that e-commerce, if there is another good player, it becomes a duopoly market, right? So that is the fundamental or for any businesses, right? That is one thing. And sometimes there might be users who are not happy with our support, because it happens, right? So they will switch to others, and vice versa. If someone is not happy with the other app's experience or support or anything, they would use this one. So there will always be a competition which will act as a catalyst for growth for both parties. If there is no competition, you are stagnant and you don't grow, right? And there is no fun in doing that. So that is there, and I think with the group strength now that we have WorldLink, IME and all, we will come up with more innovative services in financial services, in remittance, there's small services like we didn't have international flight booking, we just launched it inside Khalti now. We didn't have cable car booking, we put it. So there are many things, gradually, small, big, it will be there, and I think the users will keep both the apps, and it's upon the users to use whichever they want to.
Right. Since we have everything in one place, right? I mean, I can take an example of my mom when she had like a, let's say, average model phone. Something that she always struggled is with the app size. If she wants to shop, she's just opening up an app and then she's deleting it because she has a storage problem, right? So when you say we have everything in one app, does it affect in any way when it comes to the app size, and it's the people would need a lot of storage to store that app in our phone?
Yeah, so that's again a very good question. So see, it's like this. Gradually the smartphones, the capacity is increasing, the internet is also becoming more, because it's all because of competition. There's a huge competition in smartphones, there's huge competition in internet and its prices, and the new phones will have more powerful configurations and powerful chips, right? On one hand, AI is there, that is another game, right, with the chips and all, and all the phones, new smartphones are coming up with AI features also. So gradually the storage problem will be less, right? Second thing, most of the apps these days are on microservices architecture. It's a technical term, but what it means is not everything is there. It's just the icons are there. And at the back end, that is hosted in a different servers, cloud servers, right? So if you are doing flight ticketing, if you are doing bus ticketing, if you are doing movie ticketing, events ticketing, you are having other services. So it's all microservices. Only very less is cached in the local storage of the phone.
Right.
The rest, everything is progressive. There are progressive web application and authentication. So this new architecture, and that's what Khalti's strength is, because we built the app latest. It's not like 15 years old technology. That's why we have that edge, and that is why we can serve all types of phones. But having said that, obviously when we add new services, there will be requirement of new storage and other things.
Right.
But the way smartphones are coming in, even in 10,000 rupees a smartphone has sufficient features to run apps like Khalti, right? So I think that is not a big challenge. For me, the bigger challenge is how to serve the featured phone users. That is something we are struggling with. Like there are web applications, you can just go to web and sign up and use it, but we thought of building a USSD based application. Like USSD is like when you type star 123 hash and all. But then when we saw the market size, it's already the leap. In Nepal, if you see, it's from SMS to mobile app, there's already a jump. In India, if you see, USSD worked because the huge population. But at this stage, investing in USSD was not economically feasible, and we knew the future is going to be smartphones. So currently we are focusing on smartphones.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I've got a lot of ideas of all of these storage thing and all of that. So I think it's right time for me to tell my mom to please download Khalti because she does not have to.
Or maybe it's right time for you to buy a new phone for your mom, and then
she has a new phone now.
Then there is no problem.
There's no problem of storage now at all. So I think it was a good opportunity for me to at least check with you, right? All right. So I just want to come back to what we discussed in the beginning about Nusan and how we got together to even chatting about a lot of things. Once again, congratulations for this historic merger again, and I am super excited to see all the amazing things that you're gonna bring out to the users out there, and I wish you all the best for that as well.
Thank you so much.
Again, to the Nusan network, I'm so happy to know that we share the same platform of this network, where there are a lot of opportunities to engage with our fellow alumni networks. This has been a great platform. Especially, I can talk about myself. I have got a lot of opportunity to meet from people from different backgrounds and networks and engage in a lot of activities. Right. So you as an alumni as well, how are you giving back to the alumni network at the moment? How active are you in Nusan?
So I have not taken any position like in the executive committee or some things, but many a times you can contribute more when you are not in the position, because when you are in the position it's challenging, because I can contribute with my platform. For example, Khalti has been sponsoring Creators Mela for past 2 years, right? This is a small contribution, but if I were in the committee, then it would have been even difficult for me to, because that's why I'm not in any of the committees. But I've worked with USYC. I'm in touch with AmCham and Nusan. Obviously, Pravina is there, right? So directly or indirectly, yes, we are involved, and I have been to the American Spaces several times for some guest sessions, and some, in fact there's one more in August 10 or 15 at the American Spaces, where I am going and doing a training on entrepreneurship. So these are small tips and bits in which way I'm still connected. And yes, on the alumni portal, there's an alumni portal where there are alumni from all over the world. We get to learn, we read the newsletter, and the learning continues.
That's great, that's great. We've talked a lot about work, but I just want to know, is there any hobby or interest you want to take with yourself in a couple of years?
See, there are a lot of things that I want to do. This is a never-ending list.
Right.
On a personal level, on a professional level, on a country level.
Right.
Right. Obviously, on a personal level, at this situation, you want to be more healthy. You want to play some sports. You want to learn new skills.
Right.
Right. So that's still in the bucket list, and I hope I will be able to do it.
Right.
And on the personal level, yes, I have a daughter. She's 5 years old, and I want to do a lot of things for her.
Right.
Like I want to take her to swimming classes or taekwondo or other things which I've not been able to do. So personal goals are there. Professionally, like I said with Khalti especially, we want to make it a success story in Nepal and then outside Nepal. So first in Nepal, like it should be a successful and profitable and impactful startup. And as mandated, we have to go to an IPO, and we will collaborate with bank to form a new bank and provide digital financial services to Gen Z and Gen Alpha in a new way. So that's one there. And the second goal is like we want to build entrepreneurs in Nepal who should aim to build a company that can list on global stock exchange.
Right.
So it need not, like we also want to do that, but at the same time, if there can be more such companies with that vision and can really do it, I think that will be an example for many people, and that's one dream that we have.
Right, right. We also would want to see that as well. It's a proud moment for us as well. So is there any message you would like to give to the young entrepreneurs out there?
I think I've already spoken a lot. To repeat what I would like to say, that life is very good in Nepal, and now the opportunities are there in a way that you can find opportunities from any part of the world. Staying in Nepal, try to use technology, be alert, like have a good presence of mind, and when there are problems, there are opportunities there. Like without problems, there would not be any opportunities, right? And it is the right time that Nepal is doing very good, especially in IT. Nepal is doing really good, and roughly we have estimated that we can export around $5 billion per year in the next 5 years. Currently it's roughly $1 billion. It can grow 5-fold. So try to be a part of that pie. Try to find a business there, and if you can do that, I think this is the best place to live in, and like let's not leave the country. Let's find ways to create more businesses and income here. That's my message.
Right. Thank you so much. I'm super inspired by this conversation. I'm having a lovely chat. I could talk to you for throughout the day, but I know you're a busy man, which I cannot do it. But hopefully next time we could again sit for coffee and talk about, the different things and different amazing stories that you have. But for now, I would like to again thank you so much for joining us for Nusan podcast series. We are super happy to be here with you, and I hope we can collaborate sometime in the future again, and also give back to our great community that we have.
Thank you, Kshitu, and I'm really thankful to US Embassy for the IVLP program. It was one of the best programs of my life, and special thanks to Nushan and you for inviting me. I feel honored, and it's very, that's the pride of being in Nepal. You get that recognition and you get that friends, and I am happy to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.